Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to present you one of my university projects. It's a game engine scene based on Irrlicht. It is available for Windows XP all the way up to Windows 10, and for Linux I have compiled a 32 and a 64-bit version for Ubuntu. One of the requirements of the project was to get it running on two very old computers with Pentium 2 GHz processors, 500 MB of RAM and Windows XP or Ubuntu 10.10. We had to choose a theme for the game. I have chosen Greek mythology. A few of the things that brought performance issues are 1. High poly buildings. To circumvent this problem, I modeled my own buildings and characters, including an animated one, Zeus. Later on I stopped doing this because it was very time consuming and I opted in using free 3D low poly models found online. 2. The sky. There are two ways I could have done this. I chose the skybox approach over the skydome approach because the program wasn't using too much RAM anyways, but the GPUs were really slow on the old computers. I also animated it. 3. Buildings in the distance. Because of the limitations, I had to find a way of removing buildings in the distance, but still letting the player know there is something there. I opted in using billboards. When a player is far away from an object in the scene, the object becomes a billboard, thus providing more frames per second and a smoother experience. 4. The water. The water is an animated model in the game and it drastically lowers the frames per second. One workaround I found was hiding the water completely the moment the player stops seeing it. It works nicely. I also made a custom character controller with two different camera views. You can see it here. After thoroughly testing the game at the university-provided old computers, I managed to get some statistical information. Overall, the game ran better on Windows XP than on Ubuntu. This is due to more than one factor. On Windows it is running under DirectX, which seems to yield more FPS in general than OpenGL. Also, the Ubuntu PC had an integrated GPU while the Windows one had a dedicated GPU. I did some testing and the XP machine was running at an average of 31 frames per second with a 55% CPU usage and 14 MB of RAM. On the other hand, the Ubuntu machine was running just shy of 25 frames per second with 65% CPU usage and a surprising amount of only 10 MB of RAM. To have a better idea, I also tested my powerful home PC on Windows 10 and Ubuntu 16.10. It yielded similar results. To see an organized presentation and documentation of my code, you can go to my website at teamscar.com/irrlichtproject/documentation.html, link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, have fun tinkering.